chemistry, it'll not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy.
Hello, we are Shoedogers.
My name is Aruzhan,
Amirhan,
Shandas.
Alihan. As you can guess, our leader is
co-founder of Nike.
Phil Knight.
In 1938, important origin in the family of the Bill Knight and what I heard with, there was born a child named Phil Knight. This marks the beginning of the life that would eventually lead to the co-founding of one of the world's most iconic and successful and athletical apparel companies, Nike. For him, his family comes first, as he said in his book. So, also, if to talk about detail about his father was the publisher of the Origin Journal. This journal covers all of basic standards, including the white spacious house in the center of the city. His mother was a homemaker and caregiver. After completing his high school in the Origin, he continued to stay in the Origin and got the bachelor's degree in journalism in Origin University. Then he went to the Stanford Graduate School of Business, where he shaped his personality and got the master's degree in the field of business administration.
Our thesis statement argues that transformational leadership style can be beneficial for entrepreneurship and its success. The case of Phil Knight.
So firstly, we should define what leadership is, and we decided that for our group, for us, leadership is a quality of people with strong values, clear vision for future, and the ability to change something for everyone's good through the creation of something new.
We highlighted 5 criteria that compose a good leader. They are the ability to have a clear vision, risk-taking, communication skills, adaptability, and being passionate about what you do. Let's talk about reason why we choose these qualities as the most important for the strong leadership. First of all, having a clear vision. According to Jack Welch, who was the chairman and CEO of General Electric, good business leaders create a vision, agriculture the vision, and passionately own the vision. Relentlessly drive it to completion. Vision gives a direction and makes leaders' goals and purpose to become reality. So, visionary opens opportunity to try on mind all possible ways of development. Therefore, leaders must have a visionary to fully understand where they want to be in their life. As Mark Zuckerberg states, the biggest risk is not taking any risk. In words that changing really fast is the most guaranteed thing to fail is not taking risk. Risk-taking skills helps develop effectiveness, helps leaders develop their effectiveness, grow, learn, and try new things.
As Gilbert Amelia said, developing excellent communication skills is absolutely essential for effective leadership. The leader must be able to share his knowledge and the ideas to transmit a sense of urgency and the enthusiasm to others. Therefore, a good communication is a non-technical skill that every leader must possess. For instance, by the usage of good communication, we obtain a strong partnership and we build trust. In life, challenges are inevitable, but flexibility is a secret source that helps us triumph over them. Flexibility means adjusting and finding out the ways to succeed, regardless of the circumstances and the conditions. According to Brian Tracy, we need to be clear about our goal, but we need to be flexible in the process of achieving it.
Last criteria for evaluating a leader is being passionate. Being passionate, it's not only good quality for leaders, it's important for every worker. So being passionate about his work in general, his environment, his colleagues, and million other things. It defines a leader, whether he will be always passionate about his work or he will burn out at some day. and passion is like fuel for every idea, in our opinion. As John Maxwell once said, that a great leader's courage to fulfill his vision comes from his passion and not his position. We totally agree with the statement, because many leaders forget that passion is the driving force for creating of something new and not money.
After defining all significant criteria that we choose for evaluating a leader, now we should to collate these criteria to Phil Knight's leadership. From the beginning, he has a clear vision of Nike's and its future. As he wrote in his own book, Shoedogers, he saw Nike as a symbol of excellence and force for good. Nike's mission states to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. During his masters, he had the great ideas that Japanese shoes have potential to grow. So he traveled to Japan with a willingness to create the best shoes for runners. In 1964, he organized American business with Japanese shoes company, took significant debt to finance Blue Ribbon Sports, original name of Nike, and achieved a success. During Nike's development, he wanted to create something new, some new shoes for running. Air Jordan collaboration, 1964, Nike without no experience in basketball marketing, and Michael Jordan, who has not yet played any single professional game. That risky decision that paid off turned into the most successful product in the world.
Overall, from his evidences, from his book and interview, we can conclude that he has strong partnership and strong communication skills. For instance, he has strong partnership with athletes such as Michael Jordan and Steve Prefontaine, and with co-founder of Nike, Bill Bowerman. Moreover, his adaptability skills is shown in the cases of when he was involved in the details of Nike's operation, from product design to marketing strategies. And moreover, when Nike faced difficulties, Nike initially considered selling company to a Japanese firm, but initially he decided to keep going and find a way to change things. Lastly, when running shoes of Nike failed in selling, his team experimented with new material and the design, finally creating Nike Air.
So how do we apply being passionate to Phil Knight? Let's imagine that outside is 1958. At that time, Phil Knight was a track mile runner for his team at university. His future partner at that time was his trainer, Bill Bowerman, and they were kind of unsatisfied with the quality of American running shoes. They were heavy and uncomfortable to wear. That's why in 1964, Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman decided to create their own company to create lighter and better shoes for runners, for the guys like Phil Knight himself. Other great criteria, quality of Phil Knight is being passionate to business in general. At 1964, his business was not successful yet and wasn't called Nike at that time. He and his workers and their passion to their thing, to their work, was the driving force of their success. Phil Knight understood everybody's passion and gave them work that they liked to do and they enjoyed to do. And that's why we believe that Phil Knight was passionate towards Nike and really wanted Nike to succeed. The second thing why we think he is passionate about what he does is his distribution of main positions in Nike. First of all, as I said before, he gave Bill Bowerman a position in creating shoes because he knew that he was passionate about it. He knew how to create good running shoes for runners, so they will be comfortable and very light, and in them you would easily run some miles. Another thing that he knew that he will be a leader because he knew how to distribute positions equally and give certain positions to people who are passionate about certain things. Phil Knight wasn't very about advertising at all, so he gave these positions to people that knew what advertising is about. Another thing we should analyze in evaluation of our leader is his weaknesses in order to be unbiased towards him. And we think the main weakness of Phil Knight was his advertising skills. And it sounds strange to be bad at advertising if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you're a CEO of multi-billion company. But his direct quotation on his meeting was, "Hi, I'm Phil Knight and I don't believe in advertising." It's usually not the thing that you want to hear from your CEO because in order to sell something, people should know about this product. But we think that it's his main weakness because it was hard to find any other weaknesses because he was kind of fragile towards this topic because in his book he said that if you showed any weakness, any sentimentality, you are dead. And it explains why it was hard to find other weaknesses. But we believe that his nature was also not not that beneficial for him because he also said that if my shyness made me bad at selling encyclopedias, my nature made me despise it. I wasn't built for heavy doses of rejection. And it explains why he was fragile towards this topic, because it's also, in our opinion, his other weaknesses, that it was hard for him to receive a rejection. But we also believe that it was something that pushed him to make something great, and also the reason why he achieved such heights and creating multi-billion company such as Nike.
As we have learned from the leadership course, we can say that Phil Knight has a transformational leadership style because, firstly, he was very innovative and creative, and he tried to find alternatives for all of his works. And once he said that boredom scares me. And secondly, he was very appreciable with his employees, and he very appreciate all of his team. And for that information, we can reference to the next slide.
Do you think that's important to
Absolutely.
be passionate about the product?
I think it's everything, that each person is an individual. So that even today, as big as Nike is with over 60,000 employees, the key thing is people.
After doing all research about Phil Knight's life and leadership, we can conclude that transformational leadership style positively affects on entrepreneurship, its development and achievement in the future.
Not everyone call your idea crazy, just keep going. Whatever comes, just don't stop.